everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a brand new video. Today I want to show you guys the top 3 most innovative lineups of the NA Summer Playoffs. And without further ado, let's get right into it. On number 3 I have PNC's and Killinallday lineup. They have both the identical lineup. I don't know who came up with this. They probably did it together. They're bringing Quest Rogue, Big Priest, Jade Druid and Quest Mage. So finally people have come around to the realization that every player is bringing Jade Druid and almost every player is bringing Razakus Priest, and I was just waiting for the moment for the first people to start punishing that and come up with like a mill strategy or an anti-control strategy. And the best decks on paper to target those would be the Quest Mage and the Quest Rogue. I personally don't know how well the Quest Rogue would work, if it is more consistent than the current Mill Warrior. I'm very surprised that actually nobody decided to bring a Mill Warrior to the NA Preliminaries. All these 4 decks are very well thought out, and the most interesting decks are definitely the double Greater Healing Potion and the double Fort Steel in the Big Priest. Those decks are not really cards that we see too common. Let's wait and see how those are gonna plan out. And what is also super cool to see is the Eater of Secrets in the Jade Druid deck together with the Spellbreaker. They're definitely expecting people to bring very similar strategies, or some people at least. So they're not gonna ban their Quest Mage, and I think that a Jade Druid with Eater of Secrets should fare very well against other Quest Mages. So this lineup is very good at targeting the Razakus Priest and Jade Druids, and it should be very good against other mirror lineups with the tags in them. So I really like this lineup a lot, and that's my number 3 for most innovative lineups of the NA prelims. On number 2 I have JuzamDjjinn's lineup. Pretty much the same strategy as the previous lineup, but there's a little bit more spice in it. The priest is actually a silence priest instead of big priest. Pretty much a deck that has died out since Ungoro. We have seen some people bring Silence Priest to the Asian Pacific preliminaries. I believe almost nobody brought it to Europe, and it seems to be a very niche tournament deck. The main reason for Silence Priest to not be popular is definitely the popularity of Razakus Priest, which is known to be one of the strongest decks in the game. And most of the people are fearing it to be the strongest deck after the nerfs are coming live next week. So very cool choice. I think this deck should be extremely powerful versus Jade Druid and also in the mirror. I'm really looking forward to see how this deck is actually gonna perform versus Big Priest. Like, what is the stronger deck in the mirror? So that is gonna be definitely a very cool matchup to look forward to. And yeah, I can't wait to see how those 2 lineups will fight against each other. Again, also the Juzam has the Eater of Secrets tagged in the Druid, but not just that, he has the Bittertide Hydra on top of it in Jade Druid, which is unheard of. He is literally the only player I have seen from all 3 regions that is tagging the Bittertide Hydra in Druid, which gives you like a lot of extra aggression. Overall, just a very cool, innovative new lineup and new never seen before tags as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to how he's gonna perform in the preliminaries. On number 1 I have Monsanto's lineup. Definitely the most creative lineup out of every lineup from the NA preliminaries. He is also bringing a Silence Priest, so the 2 players with the most innovative lineup have Silence Priest in their lineup, which is super cool, and I'm really curious on what helped them decide on going for the Silence Priest, but definitely super cool. Like, they chose this deck over Razakus Priest. Obviously if you're targeting Druid and other Razakus Priest, then you have to either bring the Big Priest or the Silence Priest, but they ended up going with the Silence Priest, which is super awesome to see. Again, a Quest Rogue variation, which is also absolutely insane. If a Quest Rogue is actually ending up winning the NA preliminaries, that would be so insane after everyone pretty much declaring the Quest Rogue being unplayable and a tier 5 deck. Quest Mage, again, very popular for the NA preliminaries. After a lot of people at the Asia Pacific preliminaries had very good success with the deck, so yeah, people from NA have seen that and it didn't go unnoticed and decided to bring that deck as well. And yeah, it's gonna be crazy to see how this is gonna perform. And on top of it, the craziest deck out of the whole tournament is definitely Monsanto's Jungle Giants Druid. I mean, come on! Jungle Giants! Are you kidding me? He's bringing 3 quest decks. Why did he not end up going with a quest priest? But that is absolutely crazy. Like, this lineup looks very innovative. It doesn't look like just a random lineup, but he like very thought out, and there is a Jungle Giants Druid. Like, imagine he wins up the tournament. That would be so crazy. This is definitely my #1 pick for the most innovative lineup for the NA preliminaries, and I think this lineup has actually a very good chance of succeeding as well if you're having good pairings. If he's faced against a few people that are bringing a full aggressive lineup, then he might drop out early. Against the majority of the field, this lineup should be very powerful if his Jungle Giant Druid is actually a good deck. So super cool lineup, and that's my #1. But that's not all. I have 3 bonus decks I wanted to share with you guys from players that have brought like one very cool deck, which is very unique as well in their lineup. But most of the lineup is standard. They have like a Jade Druid and a Razakus Priest, but one very cool unique deck, and I wanted to share with you guys those 3 decks. So the first bonus deck I want to share with you is a Galon's Kazakus Warlock. Pretty much the only player that went for Kazakus Log, so pretty cool list. You can check that out as well. I put the deck code of all these decks in the description if you want to check that out. So very cool Demon Kazakus Log. I played that a lot myself on the stream, so there goes a lot of work into optimizing that deck list, and yeah, it looks like a very powerful list, so very cool there. On #2 I have Icer's Tempo Mage, so very old school playstyle, and whenever someone brought like a very powerful Tempo Mage list during specific times, during specific metas in the past, people were like having outstanding performances with it, and he is like one of the very few players. He's actually the only player that brings such a version of Tempo Mage, and it looks very powerful and it might work as well. So yeah, this is another one of my bonus decks I wanted to share with you guys. And the third bonus deck is Squid's Nazov Dead Man's Hand Control Warrior. Definitely the only player that brings such a deck to the NA preliminaries. Again, a very cool looking deck, and yeah, I can't wait to see how he's gonna perform with it. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. I'm really looking forward to how these players are gonna perform this weekend at the NA preliminaries. A bunch of cool decks, and yeah, it's just gonna be great. Make sure to check out my daily streams, link to that is in the description. All the deck codes for all these decks I've shown are also in the description. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. I have a nice day, see you guys tomorrow. Peace!